the R's, huh?
No, it's fine.
Cortez.
Did you want to do liberal
Cortez?
lunacy? Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's do some liberal
Or would
lunacy.
you prefer me to roll the R?
Because everything she does is lunacy.
Did you
Well, I
want to
just
do
haven't gotten to
liberal
play this bed in a
Yeah,
while,
let's
so
go
I'm
ahead.
excited.
Whatever
Let's do
she
some
does
lunacy.
is lunacy.
Because
Here we go. It's
everything
time
she
for
does
liberal
is
lunacy.
I just haven't gotten to play this bed in a while. So whatever she does
A man
is lunacy.
must
It's time for liberal
be
lunacy.
president of the United States. Join with me. Let the thing start.
It's bringing people together. Are you crazy? Are you lying?
That Hillary cackle. I'll get you, my little pretty.
That Hillary
There you go.
cackle.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez needs a break.
There you go.
The Bronx-bred Democratic Socialist headed into her freshman term in the House of Representatives announced Monday
Needs a break.
she's going to take some time off to care for herself before she starts her job officially.
Hey, that's good. She needs to work on herself.
And
Ready
she's
to
taking
go.
her supporters along for the ride.
Before she starts her job officially.
She's going to take a
Hey,
few
that's
days
good.
off
She needs to work on herself.
for working
And she's
people,
taking her
take a break.
supporters along
immigrants,
for
and
the
the
ride.
poor. Self-care is political,
She's gonna
not
take a
because
few
we
days
want it to
off
be, but because of
for working
the
people,
inevitable shaming of someone doing
immigrants
a
and the poor,
face
self-care
mask
is
while
political,
financially
not because we
stressed.
want it to
So I've
be, but
decided to
because
take
of
others along with me
the
on
inevitable
IG as
shaming
I
of
learn
someone doing a
what
face
self-care
mask
even
while
means and
financially
why it's
stressed.
important.
So I've decided to
Okay,
take
that
others
got a
along
little
with me on
stupid.
IG as I learn.
I agree with the notion. She just got kind of dumb with it.
She does that. See, if she would just
Okay,
keep
I
it
got a
like
little-
simple.
Like one
Keep it simple.
I
one
agree with
sentence
the
early
notion.
is
She's
like the
got
rule.
that
It's like
done.
stop what
She
you're
does
saying
that.
one
See,
sentence
she would just
early.
keep
Yeah, but
it
she
like
can't do that.
simple. Like one
The
sentence.
29-year-old
One
progressive
sentence
champion
early is like
encouraged
the
her
rule. It's
followers
like,
to
stop
share
what
their
you're saying one
self-care
sentence.
regimens.
Yeah, she can't do that. The 29-year-old progressive champion encouraged her followers to share their self-care regimens.
Okay, should we send her what we do to take care of ourselves because we're men, and men have different ways. We have different things that we
should
have to
send her
take care of
what we
than
do
women
to take
do,
care of
vice
ourselves
versa.
because we're men, and men have different
Anyway,
ways
she's
we have different things
she had
that
to
we
give up her
have to take
Zen
care of
lifestyle when
than
she
women
launched
do,
her
vice
congressional
versa,
bid. She used to
Anyway,
practice
she's,
yoga 3 to 4 times a week, and she ate nutritiously. She read and wrote for leisure. As soon as everything kicked up, that all went out the window, she said. I went from doing yoga and making wild rice and salmon dinners to eating fast food for dinner and falling asleep in my jeans and makeup. Ocasio-Cortez, who unseated longtime Queens Representative Joe Crowley in a stunning primary upset that made national headlines, vowed not to pretend to be something she's not, as she officially starts representing New York's 14th District on the 3rd of January. So Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is taking a vacation. Let's hope she stays wherever she goes. I hope she likes it there. I hear Russia's time really nice this time of year. A little cold, but a little chilly. But if you like snow, it'd be perfect for you, Alexandria.
There you go.
Go over there.
I got that song you wanted for me. That the one from our friend.
Oh, the Todd Tucker singers.
We've got our other Todd Tucker singers here.
They're all a part of the same group. They just do different. They have different tasks and everything.
They have different things they work on.
Yeah, exactly.
In the Todd Tucker choir.
Okay, so we'll be talking more about the border wall on the other side of the break, but let's go ahead and play the Todd Tucker players right now. Okay, we're not going to play the Todd Tucker players.
I'm going
right
to
now?
play it. We're going to go into the break. Go ahead and do
Oh, okay. All right.
Into break.
All right, we're going to go into break. We're going to play the Todd Tucker singers, and we're back right after this on 1640 The Eagle, KZLS. Back in a flash.
Some people say a fence is a great big dud. Some say it'll stop illegals flood. Caravans come with their prepaid phones. Trying to stop the wall is just plain wrong. Take 16 tons for a fence of steel. Liberals say it won't work, but I know it will. Nancy and Chuck, we all know you won't stop the illegals flow. On immigration, you better take a side. We let illegals in, and a lot of folks died. A fence made of iron, reinforced with steel. It's the right combination to stop illegals. It takes 16 tons for a fence of steel. Liberals say it won't work, but I know it will. Nancy and Chuck, we all know you won't stop the illegals flow.
Alex Jones inviting you to listen on AM 1640.
The Eagle, listen to me. Joe Pags, and hear the truth.
AM 1640.
The Eagle, listen to me. Breaking news this hour from townhall.com. I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. The government's top health official is weighing in on the dangers from e-cigarettes.
The U.S. Surgeon General says swift action is needed to prevent millions of teenagers and adolescents from becoming hooked on high-nicotine electronic cigarettes. Surgeon General Jerome Adams says that parents, teachers, and doctors must take aggressive steps to deal with an epidemic of underage vaping.
This correspondent Matt Small and the Surgeon General is set to hold a press conference about a half an hour from now. President Trump feels so strongly about the need for border wall funding that he's willing to put his name with pride, he says, on a partial government shutdown that could result if Democrats won't approve the money. Could there be a workaround? Republican Congressman Mark Meadows of North Carolina says, yes, there's room for a possible compromise.
Oh, yeah. I think there's a number of chances that we might avoid the shutdown. At the same time, I'm not very optimistic that the Democrats are going to yield on providing $5 billion to wall funding.
Democratic Congressman Elijah Cummings of Maryland says he's optimistic.
I'm hoping that working with Mr. Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, that the president will find a way to work with Congress to make
the two sides have until midnight Friday to hammer out a compromise. Former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn set to be sentenced today after pleading guilty to lying to the FBI about his Russian contacts.
Flynn's lawyers have suggested that investigators discouraged him from having an attorney present during a January 2017 FBI interview. And they say investigators never told Flynn it was a crime to lie. Prosecutors say Flynn should not have to be warned that lying to FBI agents is a crime. Last night they filed a redacted copy of the notes from Flynn's interview.
And that is correspondent Mike Hempen. World stock market stabilizing today as most of the focus turns to 2 days of policy setting sessions by the Fed. More from townhall.com.
Pat Boone here again for Relief Factor, the company that's helping thousands of people, just like my wife Shirley and me, deal with all kinds of occasional aches and pains. For years, Shirley struggled with her neck, and her shoulder pain kept her from sleeping through the night. A lot of people, just like Shirley, struggle with aches and pains due to aging or exercise. Why don't you order the 3-week Quick Start? It's now only $19.95, and let's see if we can get you out of pain too. Go to ReliefFactor.com.
You wouldn't put a square peg in a round hole, so why would you deploy a traditional firewall in a modern decentralized network? Firewalls have new requirements for businesses leveraging SaaS-based applications and public cloud platforms like AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud. We're in the cloud generation now, so your firewalls have to be engineered to fit right in. Reclaim your cloud network. Try a Barracuda Cloud Generation Network or application firewall free at barracuda.com/firewalls.
U.S. developers broke ground on more homes last month, but the increase occurred entirely in the realm of apartments as construction of new single-family houses was down.
The Commerce Department says housing starts rose 3.2% in November from the previous month to a seasonally adjusted annual rate of 1.26 million. That's 3.6% below a year ago. Single-family starts dropped 4.6% in November and are down 13.1% from a year earlier. Higher mortgage rates have dragged down home sales in the past year, discouraging many builders.
That is correspondent Jeremy House. The Virginia shipyard, that's the sole builder of nuclear-powered aircraft carriers, is offering buyouts to a little more than 10% of its workforce. Newport News Shipbuilding says it is completely voluntary. There will be no layoffs. The shipyard is a division of Huntington Ingalls Industries. It's one of 2 yards that builds nuclear-powered submarines as well. Breaking news and analysis at townhall.com. In a speech marking 40 years since China introduced major economic reforms, the country's president, Xi Jinping, says the global superpower would not be told what to do by anybody.
Xi Jinping was talking up the role of the Communist Party and actually defending its central place in all aspects of life here, saying that over 4 decades the lives of ordinary people have been improved so much that 740 million people have been lifted out of poverty, that this was frankly a miracle, and that the world should expect more miracles like this from China.
This is BBC's Stephen McDonald reporting. Significant losses yesterday on Wall Street took the value of the Dow Jones Industrial Average to its low since last October, wiping out all of its gains for the year. The Dow was off 508 points. The NASDAQ was down 160 stocks.
KZLS Enid, Oklahoma City. Dave Ramsey here. I'm Alex Jones, inviting you to listen on AM 1640.
The Eagle. Listen to me, Joe Pags, and hear the truth.
ONN News, I'm Sean Carey. A former Clinton middle school math teacher who pleaded guilty to having inappropriate contact with a student gets a 15-year sentence. Carrie Hoffman confessed in April that she had a sexual relationship with a 15-year-old student. She'll spend the first 7 years in prison. The rest of her sentence will be suspended. An Edmond High School teacher has been arrested on allegations of misconduct with a juvenile. Authorities say they received a tip about possible misconduct involving 53-year-old Charles David Heberin and a juvenile. According to the police report, the victim's father found inappropriate messages and photos from Heberin on the victim's phone. Governor Mary Fallin and the Cherokee Nation are asking the Federal Small Business Administration for help after last month's severe weather. If approved, it would make available low-interest disaster loans for small business owners impacted by the tornadoes, straight-line winds, and severe storms that happened on November 30th. I'm Sean Carey. This is the ONN.
I'm not always sure how many shopping days until Christmas. However, I'm positive we're to make dreams come true. Some of the best memories of my lifetime have been riding motorcycles. Let me introduce you to Indian Motorcycles of Oklahoma City, also known as Sam's Motorcycle Workshop. You're in the market for a used Harley. You want to save big bucks over the Harley-Davidson dealer prices? Indian Motorcycles of Oklahoma City, 7 Northeast 10th Street, downtown Oklahoma City. Making dreams come true. One used Harley, Suzuki, Yamaha, Honda, and even a few used Indians at a time. Indian Motorcycles of Oklahoma City, located 7 Northeast 10th Street, downtown. As always, never drink and ride.
Popping the question this holiday season? Really take your breath away this Christmas when you surprise her with her dream ring from Huntington Fine Jewelers. The only place in Oklahoma where you can shop away this Christmas when you surprise her with her dream ring to Corey, Hearts on Fire, and Simon G. And to make things even better, Huntington Jewelers is offering up to 50% off plus special 60-month financing options. You're the best. She deserves it. Visit Huntington Jewelers in Oklahoma City and Shawnee.
Lolly with this week's Travel Minute, a list of events from around the state. Each year at Magnolia Park in Seminole, the town comes together to put Snowman Wonderland. This year it runs through December 31st. Join over 200,000 annual visitors at the Rima Christmas lights display and witness over 2 million lights and over 100,000 shimmering bulbs synchronized to Christmas music. This much-loved lights display in Broken Arrow began in 1982 and has been attracting households of visitors ever since. And you can see the Rima Christmas lights through January the 1st, 2019. Enjoy lighted displays, colorful exhibits, and animated sets throughout Ponca City at Festival of Angels. This is the city's annual holiday lights celebration. You can celebrate all the way through December the 30th, and Claremore's West Bend Winterland runs through December 31st. This Travel Minute is a public service of this station and the Oklahoma Tourism and Recreation Department. For more information, you can always visit us on the web at travelok.com.
From high above the Northwest Expressway in Oklahoma City, in a flashing object resembling a UFO, it's the Todd Tucker Show on 1640 The Eagle.
Made in America.
Todd Tucker here. Telephone number 405-608-4377. 405-608-4377. By the way, the wall song that we just played was so popular, people are asking who sings it. It's the Todd Tucker Players, and they want to put it on their playlist and play it at the job all day long.
That can't be a real thing.
No, seriously.
I don't think anybody asked for that song.
Seriously, I promise. I'll play this on my job sites all day long. I want this song in my playlist. Who is it?
I'll mess with people later. If you want the song, message KZLS AM 1640 Facebook page, and I will send it to you.
Yeah, we'll get it to you.
Just credit the Todd Tucker Players.
Monday on MSDNC's Live, Real Clear Politics columnist and associate editor A.B. Stoddard said the public didn't know what special counsel Robert Mueller's investigation had uncovered. Let's go ahead and roll Stoddard's audio if we could, Frosty. I believe that would be cut number 22.
You gotta give me a second, pulling that out of nowhere.
I'm sorry.
Hang on a second.
I apologize.
I had no before.
I know it's difficult. You have to dig for the MSDNC audio.
And you said Stoddard?
Stoddard, yep.
All right, we got it.
Let's roll.
systematic way. So it seems like Dems are trying to take this cautious view.
Yes, and I think that's one thing you're going to see Nancy Pelosi try to manage very carefully, so that this does not look like a sudden explosion attack on the White House, but that they go after their best stuff. I'm not saying that there are not going to be a lot of investigations. There will be, but particularly with the subpoena power, they need to manage that and also focus on getting things done once they take control of the House, so that it doesn't just look like this is a Trump attack.
Well, of course it's a Trump attack, A.B. Stoddard, who happens to be a libturd, by the way.
Yeah, liberals. I love them. We're the best.
A liberal is a liberal is a liberal is a liberal.
We're good people.
You know, I forgot, 7:50 we do Frosty Scopes. I totally, we got into Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Yeah, we're having... All right, listen to that baby purr.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get into Frosty Scopes, find out what the future holds for you today.
All right.
In your love life.
That's it. Okay, we got to get in the mood though, right?
Yes, don't walk under a ladder.
Everybody feel it.
Don't step on a crack, you'll break your mom's back.
Don't break a mirror. Don't call your wife fat. These are all bad things that give you bad luck. Yeah. All right, here we go. Aries. Your energy and spunk should finally return after a couple days of feeling slightly down. You should enjoy a really good mood all day. Your powers of persuasion are strong. Aries, go hang out at the bar and persuade someone to hang out with you. Taurus. Get out of the mud. Have fun and don't worry too much about the consequences. Put your to-do list aside for a while and focus on enjoying yourself. Taurus is going to end up in the drunk tank or just regular arrested today. Gemini, you're crazy. Your emotions may be volatile right now, crazy. There's passion behind your words. You have the power to instigate major changes in your life. If you're wise, you will consider multiple ways to make them. Cancer, just, yeah, you're gonna ruin some things, so just go nuts, you know, that's what you do. Cancer, if you aren't careful about the energy you dish out today, you will find that it all comes back to smack you in the face. Other people are likely to be as stubborn as you, so proceed with caution. Cancer, you're gonna make a lot of people mad today.
Crabs are just really crazy.
Yeah, they can be. They're up there with Geminis. That's why they're right next to each other. Leo, which is the best. Today is a fantastic day for you, me. You should enjoy a good mood and positive experiences with others. There's most likely a slow-moving, transforming energy in your life right now that's touching off your emotion. So today's just a good day for me. Everyone else can, you know, go and do their thing, but Leos are the best. That's just what to go with.
All right.
Virgo. Other people may be demanding of you today, so do what you can to please the crowd. Don't go overboard in thinking you need to be someone you're not, and certainly don't do anything that makes you feel uncomfortable. Virgo, dare. Don't do drugs. Don't follow the group. Libra. People may be somewhat selfish and self-centered today, but this doesn't mean that you have to follow suit. Remind others that the importance of the collective, We all need to pitch in and do our part to be happy. Todd would call you a globalist. With his tinfoil hat. Scorpio. It may not be the easiest way to relate to others, but as usual, if you just go with the flow, you will find that you can have fun. Try not to get caught up in anyone else's drama. Scorpio, you know those people who are like, I don't need no drama in my life, they don't message me unless you're drama free.
Mary J. Blige, no more drama.
Yeah, you're the one starting all the drama. You're the common denominator in your life making drama. Just want you to know. Sagittarius. Things should flow extremely well for you. Load your engine with extra fuel because you will be burning red hot. Don't let anything stand in your way, and by all means, fight for what you need. So Sagittarius is either going to get fired or get in trouble with their boss or get everything they've ever wanted. No one knows what's going to happen.
Well, my 23-year-old works for the family business, so I don't think he's going to get fired.
Well, he's going to get something he needs then. Capricorn, you need bigger and longer hugs than usual today, okay? A powerful force is moving through your life and trying to shake things up. Don't stoop to the level of petty argument and verbal sparring. If you're listening to the show, Capricorn, you need to stay off Facebook and don't be a keyboard ninja today.
Yeah.
Aquarius, act with courage today. Dress as if you were going to meet an important statesman. Dance like nobody's watching. See yourself in the mirror and be proud to say you look good. Take action with confidence and feel free to strut your stuff. So Aquarius is just feeling real hot and bothered today. They gotta go and flash something.
Yeah, my dad's Aquarius, and he's a pretty laid-back kind of guy.
Aquarius and Bob Tucker walk around in an overcoat today with nothing on underneath.
Oh, okay.
And finally,
I didn't think he'd done that since I was a kid.
Nah, he'll get back.
Okay.
Pisces. Who'd arrest an old 80-year-old man for flashing? Come on.
You said he was 80 years old.
Who's going to arrest a 90-year-old man for
Who
flashing?
said he was 90? You're going to get yourself in big trouble, buddy.
Pisces, Todd's favorite. Be conscious.
You say it's my favorite, it's just my sign.
Be conscious of your own needs, Todd Tucker, and feel free to be a little selfish. Give yourself the credit you deserve and don't let other people bully you into feeling like you aren't worthy of the attention you receive. You have a great number of gifts to offer the world, and you shouldn't be afraid to show them off. Lighten up and be proud. Other people are lucky to know you. I hate that this is your horoscope because you've got a big enough ego as it is.
Did you say I'm gifted? Did that say I'm gifted?
It said other
That's what the nurses in the hospital said.
Yeah, they did. It said other people are lucky to know you. And that's Frosty's Scouts.
I don't know about all that, man. I think I'm the lucky guy.
I don't make the stars, man. I just read them.
I'm the lucky guy. If you're a part of my life, I'm lucky. I'm blessed, actually. I'm not a lucky guy. I'm a blessed guy.
You're a hashtag
I don't believe in luck.
guy.
I'm a blessed guy.
No.
Hashtag blessed.
Hashtag blessed.
Yes, I am.
You have to throw that in there.
Frosty Scopes, we do it every morning right here on the Eagle, and we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about all kinds of cool stuff. Don't forget, Hide Your Kids segment in the 9 o'clock hour. That's when we go a little adult, and we don't talk about things that we want the kids to hear.
I'm still grabbing a few stories for that, but it's looking kind of
And now every
juicy
kid's
today.
pricking their ears up and going,
Yeah, you can't listen to that one. You have to hide your kids. We do a disclaimer.
Okay. Hide Your Kids coming up at 9 o'clock, and of course we've got more. In fact, we've got President Trump on the government shutdown coming up next on the Todd Tucker Show.
We got President Trump on the Getner.
Yeah, coming up next.
There's several accidents this morning. First one's on 15th Street at North Santa Fe Avenue, North 10th Street at North Council Road, Hefner Road West at MacArthur Boulevard, MacArthur Boulevard North at Airport Road, I-240 Service Road eastbound at South Pennsylvania Avenue, and partially blocked is the on-ramp on I-44 eastbound from Southwest 44th Street, exit 117, and there's an accident investigation on Douglas Avenue South at Southwest 29th, and I-44 eastbound South at Southwest 29th has stop and go traffic backed up to Southwest 59th. That's your right now traffic. I'm Rita Gaslati.
Merry Christmas from the employee owners at Homeland and United Supermarkets. These specials will make your holiday dinners delicious. Hormel half spiral sliced hams, only $1.49 a pound, with $25 in additional purchases, limit one. It's our bag sale too. Get 5 pounds of California navel oranges, Texas grapefruit, or Washington red delicious apples for only $3.99 each. Old Orchard Select 64-ounce juices, only 99 cents, and 8-ounce Cool Whip, only 99 cents. Keep it local. Shop Homeland and United Supermarkets. Oklahoma's feeding Oklahomans.
There's always a moment of truth where I say, look, it's either put up or shut up. And it was time to put up. I had crossed that thin line. It was 100+ degrees. We were hot. We were on fire. We were yelling our hearts out. You could feel the intensity rising. Even in our tiredness, even in our weakness, even in our pain, we continue to push. I told myself, you can suck up the pain for another 1.5 miles, and you will be a Marine. Not many people believe that I could do it. I don't know where I got the energy from. I don't know where the pain went to. But all I know is that I had what it took. I am a United States Marine.
PFC Darrell Willis serves his country as a Marine. Will you? Visit Marines.com or call 1-800-MARINES. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Over 300,000 veterans receive the care and benefits they've earned because Paralyzed Veterans of America was there. If you need help with a claim or just navigating the system, contact us at pva.org.
Previously on the Under the Hood Show. Scott, you're on the Under the Hood Show. What can we do for you?
Shannon, in fairness to you, in my mind, I call you the doctor, and it's for Dr. Seuss, and it's because you have very creative use of English. So we've got the car whisperer, we got the doctor, and then we got Moses there with all his hair.
I've made many notes.
With all his hair.
Under the Hood, Saturday morning, 6 to 8 on KZLS, AM 1640, The Eagle.
Hey Feds, if you're wondering how to make an impact in the world, give to a cause you really care about through the CFC. It's that simple. You can even volunteer. Choose your cause and show some love today. Learn more at opm.gov/show-some-love-CFC.
The Todd Tucker Show is on 1640 The Eagle, KZLS. Another female Oklahoma teacher made national news this week.
Oh, hang on, let me guess. Did she sleep with somebody?
She did.
Ah!
And she received only 7 years for statutory rape of a young boy.
I mean, how old was the boy?
The boy was, let's see, the average sentence female teachers get is less than 4 years. Why is it that women get more lenient sentences for molesting students than men do?
This 15-year-old boy is just like, want to do...
That's not, it doesn't matter. The law is the law. The law should not be, I mean, we're talking about a time where you don't discriminate against gender, and yet you're discriminating against gender. Guys get harsher sentences for crimes such as teachers, because there's a teacher now at Edmond Santa Fe High School who apparently had been carrying on with a young boy in his high school. And he's going to end up, I promise you, he'll end up getting many, many years in prison. And you've got this woman who got 7. And the average is 4. A national study of similar crimes and sentences reveals that female teachers are treated very leniently compared to male teachers.
Yeah, because they're pretty.
A typical male, stop making excuses. This isn't a time for excuses. I mean, we're talking about something that's really kind of serious here. A typical male charged for multiple statutory rape of a student will be sentenced to nearly 20 years. Female perps get a 10-year sentence. Hoffman was a public school teacher in Clinton, Oklahoma. She was married at the time. Her husband confronted her before school, and law enforcement were aware of the multiple crimes. She was also allowed to remain free on house arrest with an ankle monitor despite the crime being listed as a violent felony. Her husband filed for divorce 3 days after the OSBI pressed charges in Custer County. The family court awarded the husband full custody of the children and almost all of the marital assets. She will only be allowed supervised visitation when she finishes her prison term, and she will not pay any child support until she's released from confinement. Now, here are some of the female teachers in Oklahoma who are charged with statutory rape for exploiting boys in schools where they teach. And the average sentence they got for statutory rape and other charges, less than 4 years. All of these cases came up within the last 4 years. Perhaps the reason why there's so many, they rarely get caught, and even when they do, they get a very lenient sentence. Taking a look at Kaylin Thompson, got a year for statutory rape of a Kellyville student. We've got Hunter Joanne Day, awaiting trial for sex with an underage Yukon boy. Jennifer Caswell, serving 10 years in federal prison for sex with an underage Hollis boy. Sandra Mayfield was given probation when she pled guilty to sex with a Norman High School student. If that had been a man, be in prison. Michelle McCutcheon got 15 years, but she was convicted of repeatedly raping 2 Chakotah boys. Yes, guys can get raped. Corey Nicole Harris got to go free on her own recognizance while awaiting trial for her sexual exploitation of a boy in the Coleman Public Schools. Cassandra White served no time for soliciting a minor when she tried to marry a child less than half her age. He was a student in her school. Yes, he was a student in her school district. 42-year-old Tasha McQuan is awaiting trial for charges of having sex with 3 boys from her school district in Marshall County, Oklahoma.
At the same time?
Yep. Damn. Laura Cowan faced 30 years for having sex with 2 boys at the Tipton School District where she teaches. The judge suspended most of the sentence, leaving her with a 12-year term to serve. 12-month, I'm sorry. Excuse me. 12-month.
Wait, she got 30 years and only 1 in the can? One in the prisons?
No. Yeah. She was. She faced 30 years for having sex. She faced 30 years. That's what the DA was asking.
Right.
Anna Lewis got her sentence completely suspended by the judge. She was setting up an encounter with a boy at the Bixby School District where she taught. She also sent lewd photos to him.
Bixby. We know what happened to Bixby.
It's Bixby.
Bixby.
Yes, there you go. Bixby.
I don't know enough about Tulsa.
I'm sitting here looking at this. Okay, now if these were men, they'd be in big trouble. This guy at Edmond Santa Fe High School, he's facing major prison time.
Yeah.
Okay, because not only did he exchange pictures with an underage boy, but he also is a teacher, an authority figure. That means he's going to have the book thrown at him. They are going to dance on him in the courtroom. I promise you. They're going to do some stomping.
Stomping.
This is ridiculous. Now, why do you think it is? Now, on a serious note, not because they're pretty, not because. Why is it that women would get a more lenient sentence than guys do?
Well, let's look
Rape is rape, is it not? Yes or no?
It is, but let's look at it from a different
But
angle.
what? I don't want to hear. Okay, here's the deal. I'll listen to it as long as you don't say they're boys and boys enjoy it more than girls, because that rape is rape, and taking advantage of a student is taking advantage of a student.
Okay. What I mean is, though, a lot of those that go, like, they usually go to trial with that, right? I think most juries don't want to throw the book at a female teacher. I don't think that has to do with how the DA prosecutes, because the DA wants 30 years. I thought, isn't it like the judge and the jury that makes the sentencing once they deliberate? Isn't that how the justice system works?
Yeah, the jury will decide, or a judge, depending on if it's a bench trial or a jury trial.
Right. So in general, I think the thing to come out from this is that juries generally don't want to put women who fondle kids in jail for that long.
Do you think that would be different if any of their boys had ever been molested or sexually assaulted by a female teacher?
Yeah, I'm sure it would, but it's such a small.
Do you think it's okay? Women want to be equal, right? Okay, women want to serve in the military. Women want to play football. Women want to be in sports. They want to be sports announcers. Women want to do all these things that men traditionally did, right? Okay, so if you're going to commit a man crime, you ought to serve man time.
Commit a man crime, serve man time. I'm just saying, if I was back in high school, I would have known how to keep my mouth shut, teachers. And I would have enjoyed the time.
I had this really hot teacher in 7th grade. She drove a little yellow sports car convertible. She'd take me home from school, and she never wore a bra, by the way, ever.
I think the real moral
and
of the
people were like, "Oh my gosh, Todd gets to ride with her every single day. There must be something going on, right?" There wasn't, but there was always that assumption that there was, because that's the way people are.
Well, to be fair, at the same time, like, I know a few teachers, back when I was in, like, Midwest City, I knew at least 2 teachers who ended up marrying someone they had in, like, a student they had in their first couple years of teaching that, graduated out, and then they went and got together, and they went and, like, got married or whatever. I know of at least 2 teachers in Midwest City who had done that. So I don't know. I don't know if it's as uncommon as you think. I think they just, these ones that happen just happen to be, the chatty kids. The ones who got to tell other friends about what happened, and then everything goes crazy.
David Slane, our previous defense attorney, is going to call in, and he's going to weigh in on this topic.
Oh, really? Hang on. David Slane.
David Slane is going to call in, and I'm pretty excited about that because he will be able to answer the question because he's an actual attorney.
Right? We finally, Todd, it's happened. We've finally been on the radio long enough for David Slane to talk to us again.
I've talked to David Slane over the past few months.
He doesn't talk to me.
He doesn't love us as much anymore, but that's okay.
For any new listeners, David Slane is our liberal criminal defense attorney friend.
Yes.
He's very Democrat, and we love him to death.
He's like a brother to me.
But he has been ignoring the Todd Tucker Show for well over a couple months.
There he is right there. There he is right there.
You know we have a hard break coming up in like a minute and a half,
I know we do. Let's go ahead and see if we can get him to hang on through the hard break. Okay, we've got a defense attorney who's calling in to talk about why is it that women get more lenient sentences than guys do. Let's go ahead and bring David on real fast, and then we'll go to the hard break. All right?
It's not David, unfortunately.
Oh, who is on the phone?
This is Larry.
Hey, Larry.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you. So, are you listening to our topic?
No, I just got out of a meeting, so I just wanted to come and call and say hi.
Oh, hello? I'm glad you did. While you're on the phone, and Slane's getting ready to call in and tell us why he thinks, because he's a defense attorney, but women get like a quarter of the sentence that men do for molesting students. Why do you suppose that is?
Ooh, man. I don't know, but I think it's just stunning the number of cases that are not, I don't know, maybe it's because of social media and people are finding out about it, but did this happen all the time, or is it just something new since...
I think it happened all the time.
I think it's happened all the time, but now parents are able to go through kids' phones, and there are things that are found, like with the Edmond Santa Fe situation. There's a male teacher that was molesting a male student, and they found, or allegedly, and they found the the dad found some pictures that had been exchanged between the two. Now, this guy's going to have the book thrown at him, but yet I went through a list of Oklahoma women who have done basically the same thing, and they've received either probation, or they've been released on their own recognizance, or they've been given like 4 years.
Yeah, and remember, there's two things about that. First of all, it's tragedy when those things happen.
Larry,
Yeah,
finish
second of
up.
all,
We're about to go.
Okay, many of those women may have families to take care of, and the courts don't want to disrupt it.
That's it. Thank you, Larry. Hey, Larry, thank you. Appreciate it, my friend. This is the Todd Tucker Show. We're back right after this. David Slane will be on the phone with us as well. We're back right after this. David Slane will be on the phone with
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. President Trump is wishing his ex-National Security Advisor Michael Flynn good luck in court as Flynn awaits sentencing for lying to the FBI. The president tweeted hours before Flynn's sentencing today in federal court in Washington that it will, quote, be interesting to see what he has to say, despite tremendous pressure being put on him about Russia collusion in his political campaign, adding that there was, according to the president's tweet, quote, was no collusion. Flynn has cooperated with the Russia investigation. Chinese Muslims in re-education camps that undermine their religious practices are also being put to work there. Some of the sports where they sew up in those camps have been sold to a U.S. company. It's actually illegal in the U.S. to import products that are resulting from forced labor. Those workers are held indefinitely in those detention camps and told to renounce their beliefs at the same time. On Wall Street at the opening bell, Dow down by 500 points. This is SRN News.
I'm Jay Farner, CEO of Quicken Loans, America's premier home purchase lender. We've created a new way to protect you from unpredictable interest rates. Our exclusive Rate Shield approval. First, we lock your interest rate for up to 90 days. Then, if rates go up, your rate stays locked. But if rates go down, your rate drops. Either way, you win. Call us today at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com.
Rate Shield approval only valid on certain 30-year fixed-rate loans. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLS number 3030. Additional conditions or exclusions may apply.
When it comes to your pain, many of you might be skeptical, like I was, about ordering Relief Factor. Pat Boone again for this wonderful 100% drug-free supplement designed to help your own body lower or eliminate occasional aches and pains due to aging, exercise, everyday living. I'm not skeptical any longer. The 3-week quick start is now discounted to only $19.95. Why don't you let us see if we can get you out of pain, too, at ReliefFactor.com.
Whole line of tractors and utility side-by-sides. From the 20 horsepower all the way to the 125 horsepower, Mahindra and Maynard Tractor Company have the perfect tractor for your project. Maynard Tractor Company is here to offer our 1533 shuttle package, which includes our 34 horsepower utility tractor with a loader, 5-foot rotary cutter, 5-foot box blade, and a 20-foot pipe rail trailer to haul it all away, all for only $22,799. With the industry's highest customer loyalty rating at 98%, being the world's #1 selling tractor with an industry best warranty and no regen, means the tractor stops when you stop. Professional grade Mahindra tractors are designed for heavy duty applications, giving you the ability to push more, pull more, and lift more. Located 10 miles outside of OKC, straight up Northwest Expressway. And as always, free Ishans chicken with any tractor or utility side-by-side demo. Check us out online at MaynardTractor.com. You'll see all of our package options to make sure you get the best value for your money. And remember, MaynardTractor.com, spelled just like the state of Maine with an R on the end.
'Twas a night in Okarchi, and all through the town, no one was fussing or wearing a frown. Nightmares weren't dancing in anyone's head, for the buying at Carter is not something to dread. Instead, they were friends. It's really quite nice. And the Chevys are sold at a very nice price, like Corvettes and Impalas and even a cruise. Silverados and Tahoes and a few Malibus. Wearing shorts and some beards, they're a jolly old crew. They'll treat you quite fair, make it easy for you. There's chicken from Ishans, Oklahoma's first bar. Well, making friends is important, more so than buying a car. So this holiday, think Carter. And don't have a fright. Merry Christmas to y'all, and to y'all, a good night. Merry Christmas from your friends at Carter Chevrolet in Okarchi. Making friends and selling cars in that order. Buy new roads.
Hi, I'm Lana Clausen, a farmer in Setanta, Kansas. The agriculture industry has come a long way. Advancements in science and technology have transformed the sector, creating new job opportunities and a demand for highly skilled workers. I am proud to support the next generation of ag leaders through the America's Farmers Grow Ag Leaders program, sponsored by the Monsanto Fund. Each year, farmers can help local students by endorsing them for a $1,500 Grow Ag Leader Scholarship. The scholarship allows students to pursue their dreams of studying an agriculture-related field. Each year, the program provides more than $500,000 to students enrolling in trade schools and at 2- and 4-year colleges and universities. A variety of fields are eligible, including farming, education, agronomy, engineering, mathematics, data science, communications, and many more. I encourage high school seniors and college students to apply today by visiting growagleaders.com. FFA membership is not required.
Hey, it's Todd Tucker. Telephone number 405-608-4377, 405-608-4377. We were talking before the break about this teacher.
Oh, there it goes.
Who got in some trouble over having sexual relations with a student. And this is blowing up all over the internet today. People are asking the question, why is it that men get such harsh sentences and women pretty much may serve a quarter or less? David Slane, my good friend, my brother from another mother.
Good to hear from you, David.
Do you have a good answer?
Well, good morning.
Good morning to you.
There is no easy answer. It's kind of a multifaceted issue, Todd. I could lay some of it out just real quick for you, but I think you are right. I have to tell you that I think you hit the nail on the head a little bit. There is some disparity. I think we do treat men and women differently. I think there's just some human nature in that. Maybe I shouldn't say it that way, but I think there is some human nature into that. And I think sometimes we see women being treated perhaps less harshly than some of the men.
Right. Now, here's a question. Let's backtrack for a second, David. We've got this teacher. Have you heard about I guess you heard me talking about the teacher from Edmond, Santa Fe, right?
Yeah, Todd, I go out of some of the smaller towns, and today I'm headed out, for example, to Chickasha. So I'm on the road and I listen to you all the time. I just haven't had a topic or something to come in and weigh in on. So that's why I gave you a call.
Well, we got to get you back in here for legal advice every week.
Well, that'd be great.
Okay.
I'd love it. And I understand you have a lot of listening audience out in western Oklahoma. I go out to Custer County, Canadian County. I've been out in Enid before. So I'm out in that neck of the woods. So I can give you some insight. Sure.
Well, I would appreciate that. And of course, you come by here. We're overlooking beautiful Lake Hefner.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, you're doing a great job. Let me just say that. You're doing a great job there, and I hope the people there like you, and I hope it's a good fit.
We have got the best boss in the world, David. I can't wait for you to meet him. And I'm not saying it to kiss up. I don't even know if he's listening right now or not, but I'll just tell you that Frosty and I are being treated so very well. And
great.
And after everything that we've been through, I mean, we're being treated extremely well. So I'm very, very blessed. But this teacher from Edmond, for example, if he is convicted of having relations with this 17-year-old boy and exchanging pictures and all of that, are we dealing with the Ralph Shorty situation where this guy goes to prison for 20 years?
Well, he'll go to prison. I think he'll go to prison. But let me break something down for you. It's a little bit different. When a teacher is accused of a crime involving sexual relations with a student, it's different than, say, if I or you were accused of relations with someone underage. And the law is different. And let me tell you how it's different. The law in Oklahoma says at the age of 16, a person can consent to sexual relations. In other words, you could have sex, get married, all kinds of things at age 16 or 17 in Oklahoma. And historically, that has happened back in the older days when people lived more in the rural areas.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a law in place that says that if you are a teacher and you have a sexual relationship with a student, that student, if they are under the age of 21 and you work in that school district, you may be charged. So you might have a senior that's 19 years old, Todd, and that person can still be charged with rape.
Wow.
Okay? So it is a different law, and it is intended to protect the students who might be 17, 16, and the law would have said it was okay. They can consent, but because they believe that going to that school district, there's sort of an undue influence of a teacher, and it's probably true. The influence of a teacher can sometimes impact them, and so what otherwise would not be a crime is a crime.
Mm-hmm.
You're minded. 18 years old, graduate in another month, let's say, and I don't know, they run off with a key.
The story I wrote last
Still
night.
charged with a crime, even though they're 18.
Research on
Now, I'm not saying that's what your analysis is this morning. I mean, I understand some of those students may be 15, 16, 14, that's
Right, right.
But it is worth noting there's a little bit different law, okay?
I think that also applies to anybody that's any kind of like if you're a Boy Scout leader, Girl Scout leader, or even a youth pastor, or you work with you have any kind of authority over kids. I think that law is the same for teachers, right?
It does delineate for pastors, I think, people in a church. Also, if you are for example, I represented once down in Guthrie in Logan County, I represented the police officer that was assigned to the school. That law applies to him as an employee of the school district or a bus driver. And so it delineates, like if you were in charge of children for, let's say, DHS, and you're over them. So it does apply to other areas, absolutely.
Okay, that's interesting. So let's switch topics here for a second. I mean, everybody's talking about this on the internet, but I wanted to ask you because we haven't had a chance to talk about the midterms, and our friend Steve Russell was defeated by Kendra Horn. And you being a Democrat, go ahead, yeah.
No, before you go there, can I say one other thing?
Sure.
I think Frosty kind of touched on it a little bit.
Sure.
I don't want to just say, oh, there's disparity and it's all wrong, and then also, by the way, it's a different law, and that's why it doesn't apply. But let me tell you, I think there's another thing that goes on. I think it depends on the circumstances of each case. In other words, was this a one-time event, or has this been something been carrying on for 2 or 3 years? Mm-hmm. The other thing is, I think that oftentimes we see the parents, maybe, and not in all cases, but of a young girl who may have, and I don't know if we can say it, but may have lost her virginity or something like that, and they feel like the teacher pressured their daughter. They are ready for blood.
Yep.
The death penalty probably couldn't be enough punishment. Young
well,
dad.
You're a father of a daughter. You understand?
Yes. So sometimes there's this the girl. They see it as really they were pressured. They were really the victim of a rape. They were really the victim. Many times, though, when you have the opposite, you'll have a young boy, and he does not want to be seen as the victim of a rape.
Right.
In other words, he will vocally say to his family, I was in the wrong. I wanted to do it. I consensually did this. And so when they go to talk to the police or to the prosecutor and the DA, and they say, look, I did this. I wanted to do this. I'm partly to blame, even though they're not because they're kids. And they make their voice known that they don't want this woman to go to prison. They don't, So many times it's treated a little bit differently. And then on a case-by-case basis, each DA and each judge is a little different. So I do think, though, that Frosty's right to a small degree that many times those young boys, they perceive that, I'm a young man, and I'm not the victim of a rape, and I chose to do this. So
it kind of demasculinizes you or whatever. It's one of those, if you admit that you've been raped, if you're a man.
Yeah, and so I think some of that plays into it, and I also think that the teacher's history sometimes plays a part. Look, when they get accused of this or arrested for this, they lose their career. They're no longer going to be a teacher. They're no longer going to ever be around a student, kids again. We know that. Many times the spouse, the person they've been married to, oftentimes and have a family, they divorce them and they'll lose everything in the divorce. So this person literally has nothing. Do you really need to put them in prison? Do we really need to do that? So, anyways, for whatever it's worth, that was my take, and I heard you guys talking about it. I thought it was my opinion.
Well, I'm glad you did. Now, have you ever had to defend anybody that was an authority figure? I'm sure you have in all the years that you've done law.
School teacher, coach, Western Heights, received 4 years. Although I had a probation offer on the table and he refused to take it. Had to try that case to Judge Bass in Oklahoma County. Had a case out, and I wanted him to plead no contest. He argued that he didn't do it, but I thought the evidence was kind of strong, and I wanted him to take straight probation. And that was the offer on the table. He refused. He went to trial and got 4 years. And that's the other thing, too. Most of these cases do not go to trial. They do not go to trial. Most of them, the evidence is overwhelming. These things called text messages absolutely convict. They got all these text messages back and forth.
Yeah,
and then they're all amateur photographers, by the way.
Exactly. The pictures, the images that are sent, all of that. That's what happened with this case in Edmond, Santa Fe. You've got this 17-year-old that he was exchanging pictures with a teacher, and this teacher now is in trouble, and Edmond Santa Fe is investigating to see if there are more students that may have been victimized by this teacher. And, I say, to a certain extent, guys are like, men have the opinion of, hey, where was that teacher when I was a kid? But the reality is if that's your daughter, you're not going to be speaking that way. So we're talking about somebody's son, and we're talking about a grown woman. We're talking about grown women in their 30s and 40s that are going after these young teens. And, of course, that's a big deal because you've got, hot teacher cougar after you. And you're going to be the envy of all the students. And guys tend to brag a lot anyway. So I would, if I were a female teacher, I don't think I would trust the guy to keep his mouth shut, especially the hotter you are.
I think that's a dynamic. And for example, the one up in Guthrie where I actually represented the policeman that was assigned to the school, turns out that he had and was convicted of having a relationship with the student. He was only like in his early 20s though, like 23 or something. She's 16 or 15 or 16 or something like that. So there's not a lot of age difference, but I don't mean to say that it makes it okay. I'm just saying it wasn't 30 and 40 years old and 15.
Right.
And there may have been a real, they may have really liked each other, may have really cared for each other. And in that particular case though, I thought, for once, finally, I'm going to have a client that people will like. That is a good person. He's made a terrible mistake. I represent a policeman. I've got something to talk about. He just used poor judgment on this one occasion. And guess who the young lady used to be? That was from the school.
I don't know.
The police chief's daughter.
Oh no! Really? Oh. Ouch. Oh, no bueno.
So I didn't get any love from the police department, let's just say that.
No, I'm sure you did not. Wow, David.
But in that particular case, the judge saw fit to give him 6 months in jail, county jail, and the rest of it was probation.
Hey,
so
David,
he kind of fit like you, on some of those other cases.
David, I was going to ask you about the congressional race, but I changed my mind. We'll talk about that on our next phone call. I do have a quick question for you, though. We've had another death at the Oklahoma County Jail. What the hell's going on there?
Well, I don't know, Todd. I've been out of town, and I did read the story on News OK. Just brief information. It sounded to me like, though, that may have been an assault by other inmates. Am I correct about that?
I don't know. They're being very, very quiet about it as of right now. I've not seen News OK, but I saw all the TV station websites and everything, and I've also read the story. But I have not seen the News OK account of it. I've read it on other sources.
Well, as you know, I'm a Democrat, and I came out right before the election and defended P.D. Taylor, who was a Republican. A bunch of my liberal Democratic friends got mad at me because I thought he was the right man for the job. I think he's got a tough job over there, and people are getting, they're getting killed. The other thing is in the metro area, all the police departments, Oklahoma City, Midwest City, Dell City, Spencer, Tacoma Park, all these,
Edmond,
they don't have their own jails. Okay, so what they do is they bring everybody to the Oklahoma County Jail. Well, if they don't screen them very carefully and make sure these people are getting their medications and they're being treated right and all that, they end up dying on it. And so I think some of it probably does fall on the sheriff and the way they're doing things. But I also have to say, in P.D. Taylor's defense, even though sometimes I'm not always right about this, but I think that unfortunately he has inherited a nightmare there.
Yeah, he did.
And
there's no doubt.
He's inherited a nightmare. And one of the other things, since some of your listeners from up in Enid, they actually had a death in the jail up there. And they've actually charged some people with criminal offenses up there. I think the jail administrator, I think there was something about the sheriff, and I'll learn more about that. But one of my good friends is the lawyer who is defending one of those individuals. And so maybe I could have him come on and talk about not just the Oklahoma County Jail, but how this is a problem that we're having statewide, that these things are really happening. And maybe he could come on and talk about the Enid situation.
Let's do it. You need to come to our brand new home. Now you've officially been on the Todd Tucker Show on the new home, but you haven't been in the new home yet.
Well, I will absolutely accept your invitation. I haven't been on with anybody. I've only done one.
You only go on with nobody, David. Nobody. The Nobody Club. There's not anybody else out there.
Yeah. Well, Aaron Whirlback, who's a fine guy, called me, and I went on Channel 9 a couple of weeks ago. But other than that, I haven't been on. So I'll be happy to come on, Todd, and I'm glad you're doing a great job. Your show sounds great. You guys are touching on the issues. And, just my last thing here, I look forward to coming in, and we can talk about the Trump and all the Mueller investigation, all the things going on. Maybe we can come in sometime and talk about all that.
Let's do it. I would love that. By the way, David, I've been hungry for crab trash now for quite a long time. That's one thing that David and I, we have a bipartisan dinner. We go out, that's our tradition to go to eat crab trash.
A bipartisan dinner?
We do.
Also known as we're friends.
Yes, we are very good friends.
Frosty, it's for people that are budget conscious. Doesn't work for cheap.
No, I'm going to have to hear about this in a minute because Stephanie loves crab. That's her favorite thing. She went and bought like $50 worth of crab from the grocery store and cooked it herself at home.
Did she really?
If you tell her we can go buy crab trash somewhere, she's just going to go nuts.
Oh, it's awesome. Is it not, David? Isn't it the best of the best?
Great. I'm telling you, it's great. And what it is, Frosty, just the 30-second version, when you got a crab, it's a whole crab, right?
Right.
And so one or two of the little tentacles or a tail or, some piece of the crab may fall off. Well, it doesn't look real good to serve a broken, piece by itself.
Right.
So they just keep it until they have a whole pound of stuff like that, and they cook it up and they give it to you half price.
Yeah,
and
crab trash.
Great. And it's called crab trash. They would have thrown it in the trash. But me and Todd know how to go get the budget conscious stuff.
We do. We sure do. Hey, by the way, David, go ahead.
I was going to also, we're on the other station. Part of the plan was to have the judges come on and talk about the judicial races in Oklahoma County and different things. Well, obviously we couldn't do that because you weren't there, but we do have those judges available, and some of them probably would come on and share what they're going to try to do on the as judges and their perspective on criminal justice reform or just in general what they're going to try to do as judges and who they are.
I would love that.
David, give him my number.
David, have him come in. And by the way, I'm looking forward to seeing you. We got to go have crab trash. And by the way, I appreciate you calling in. Have I told you that?
You did, and I hope I at least answered some of your question. I probably didn't do it because the truth is there's not a very good answer.
I understand.
But I think there is.
Number 405-608-4377, 405-608-4377. We are back right after this.
Several accidents this morning. First one's on Pennsylvania Avenue at Northwest 113th Street, Hefner Road East on MacArthur Boulevard, I-44 eastbound north of Northwest 23rd with stop-and-go traffic backed up to Airport Road, MacArthur Boulevard north at Airport Road, and there's a work investigation on Douglas Avenue south at Southwest 29th. Buckle up and drive safe. That's your right now traffic. Cambrita Suave.
'Twas a night in Okarchi. And all through the town, no one was fussing or wearing a frown. Nightmares weren't dancing in anyone's head, for the buying at Carter is not something to dread. Instead, they were friends. It's really quite nice. And the Chevys are sold at a very nice price, like Corvettes and Impalas and even a cruise. Silverados and Tahoes and a few Malibus. Wearing shorts and some beards, they're a jolly old crew. They'll treat you quite fair, make it easy for you. There's chicken from Ishans, Oklahoma's first bar. For making friends is important, more so than buying a car. So this holiday, think Carter, and don't have a fright. Merry Christmas to y'all, and to y'all, a good night. Merry Christmas from your friends at Carter Chevrolet in Okarchi, making friends and selling cars in that order. Chevrolet, find new roads.
When you buy a new Ford F-Series truck during our holiday sales event, you're not just buying a truck. You're sending a message to the world that says, yeah, I can help. Because now you're the friend with the Ford truck. You'll move coworkers, haul lumber,
and build everything from tree houses to serenity sheds. Now you're the one everyone counts on. You wouldn't have it any other way.
Only at your Ford dealer. Not all buyers will qualify for Ford credit financing. 72 months at $13.89 per month for $1,000 finance, regardless of down payment, is available on 18 model year F-150, excludes wrap. For all offers, take new retail delivery from an authorized Ford dealer stock by 1/2/19. See dealer or go to buyfordnow.com for qualifications and complete details.
NHL star Matt Martin for American Humane.
Hi, I'm Matt Martin, and in all my years of playing professional hockey, I've gotten my share of bruises and injuries. But for many who really put their lives to bleed 20 take their own lives. When medications or therapy don't help, professionally trained service dogs can. American Humane, serving the U.S. military for over 100 years, has put together a free guide to help veterans obtain these life-saving service animals. If you are a veteran or know a veteran struggling with PTS, please go to AmericanHumane.org for this free, downloadable resource. Let's give our veterans the help they need to win their battle.
For more information, visit AmericanHumane.org.
Some people say a fence is a great big dud. Some say it'll stop illegals flood. Caravans come with their prepaid phones. Trying to stop the wall is just plain wrong. It takes 16 tons for a fence of steel. Liberals say it won't work, but I know it will. Nancy and Chuck, we all know you won't stop the illegals' flow. On immigration, you better take a side. We let illegals in, and a lot of folks died. A fence made of iron, reinforced with steel. It's the right combination to stop illegals. It takes 16 tons for a fence of steel. Liberals say it won't work, but I know it will. Nancy and Chuck, we all know you won't stop the illegals' flow.
The Todd Tucker Players, everybody! Yeah, there you go. Build that wall. We were talking earlier in the show about the wall, and President Trump is, right, you know, here's the thing. The very people that are opposing the wall right now, Chuck Schumer, Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama, Dianne Feinstein, Joe Biden, and Barbara Boxer, they all supported the wall when they were senators. Barack Obama built some wall while he was president. George W. Bush built some wall while he was president. President Trump wants to make the wall taller, and he wants to expand it. And I don't see anything wrong with that. But some of these Democrats do, because it's a political issue now. And they've got the power in the House to stop Trump. And so that's what they intend to do for the next 2 years. And I was going to ask David Slane, when we had him on the phone, if he thinks Kendra Horn is going to support Nancy Pelosi for Speaker of the House. I think that's going to be very telling, don't you?
I don't know what's going to happen.
I think that's going to be very telling, ladies and gentlemen.
She is currently not my congresswoman.
She is about to be my congresswoman, and I'd like to know if she's going to support Nancy Pelosi. If she is, she's not supporting what I would ask her to do. I'm right now asking Kendra Horn not to support Nancy Pelosi for Speaker of the House. We'll do some research and find out whether or not she does. Nancy Pelosi is definitely far outside the mainstream of our great state and the 5th Congressional District. So we'll find out whether or not Kendra Horn is a total left-wing whack job or if she's actually moderate and reasonable.
Hey, one thing I wanted to add before the break.
We know she's not overly conservative, sadly.
That's true. One thing I wanted to add before the break, we were talking about female teachers diddling younger boys. Back in the day, didn't like dads take their 15, 16, 17-year-old kids to the brothel? Wasn't that like a thing? I see that trope everywhere.
No, I never was. No.
Your papa didn't take you down to the... Maybe
my mom would have killed him.
Maybe he just didn't love you enough.
No, I think he loved his life. My mom would have killed him. We're back right after this. The Todd Tucker Show is on the Rock and Roll Eagle.
Washington. Even as a partial government shutdown edges closer and closer, the White House is digging in on its demand for money to build a southern border wall. Here's correspondent Sagar Magani.
Parts of the federal government will shut down at midnight Friday if there is no agreement on spending bills.
We don't want to get to a point that we shut down the government, but we got to find increased funding for border security.
President Trump's demanding Congress make a specific down payment on the wall.
He's very focused on getting to that $5 billion number.
The White House spokeswoman Mercedes Schlapp says the administration will find ways of getting there, but lawmakers on both sides are resisting. A shutdown would hit about a quarter of the federal government, and thousands of workers would head home for the holidays without pay. Sagar Magani at the White House.
The State Department's Kyron Skinner says the U.S. is not interfering in Brexit, but does believe there's a disconnect between many European Union leaders and the European people.
U.S. leaders, including me, are noticing that the EU elites are not in line necessarily with the publics of the European nation states that are part of the EU, but the publics are going in a very different way.
Skinner told the Salem radio network that Brexit is a democratic impulse that should be heeded by European leaders. By an overwhelming bipartisan margin, a Senate panel has voted to advance the criminal justice reform bill to the full House,
but has run into problems with some conservatives who claim that early release guidelines will put dangerous criminals back on the streets.
That's Capitol Hill correspondent Wally Hines. U.S. developers broke ground on more homes last month. All the increase was in apartments. New single-family home construction was down. More on these.
Listen, the makers of Super Beta Prostate, the #1 prostate formula, are introducing a new wonder pill, Super Beta Prostate P3 Advanced, with 3 key ingredients that are great for your prostate. It's like taking 3 prostate supplements in one. P3 Advanced is already taken Walmart by storm. Combine that with a reduction in bathroom trips, and you have a formula you'd be crazy not to try. If you're ready to cut down on bathroom trips, get your 30-day supply of P3 Advanced. Call 1-800-458-7294. 1-800-458-7294. 1-800-458-7294.
The Virginia shipyard, that is the sole builder of nuclear-powered aircraft carriers, is offering buyouts to a little more than 10% of its workforce. Jeremy House has more details.
In a letter obtained by the Virginian Pilot newspaper, Newport News Shipbuilding President Jennifer Boykin says the buyouts being offered to more than 2,500 employees are, quote, completely voluntary and no layoffs are expected. The letter also indicated a forthcoming restructuring, saying the moves are necessitated by the federal government's increasingly complex defense priorities.
As correspondent Jeremy House, Neuro and grocery chain Kroger are teaming up to bring unmanned delivery service to customers. Companies say Neuro's unmanned vehicle, the R1, will be added to a fleet of autonomous Prius vehicles that have run self-driving grocery delivery service in Scottsdale, Arizona. Since August of this year, the R1 can travel on public roads. It has no driver or passengers. It transports goods only. Breaking news and analysis at townhall.com. An anti-bullying organization is offering some encouragement to a Delaware middle school student who's been bullied because his last name is Trump.
The Wilmington News Journal reports that a Pennsylvania-based anti-bullying group awarded Joshua Trump the Teach Anti-Bullying Medal of Courage at a ceremony in his Delaware home. Brandywine School District officials said Joshua's parents raised concerns about their son's safety with staff at Tally Middle School in Wilmington. School officials say they've offered support for Joshua, including mentoring and a name change in the database so that all staff refer to him by his father's surname, Berto, instead of his mother's surname, Trump. Teach Anti-Bullying founder Claudio Cerullo said he wanted to reward Joshua's strength and encourage the family not to change his name. Keith Peters reporting.
Down but not out. The Dow Jones Industrial Average, after suffering another big loss yesterday, is showing a strong...
KCLS Enid, Oklahoma City. Dave Ramsey here. I'm Alex Jones, inviting you to listen on AM 1640.
The Eagle. Listen to me, Joe Pags, and hear the truth.
ONN News, I'm Sean Carey. A former Clinton middle school math teacher who pleaded guilty to having inappropriate contact with a student gets a 15-year sentence. Carrie Hoffman confessed in April that she had a sexual relationship with a 15-year-old student. She'll spend the first 7 years in prison. The rest of her sentence is suspended. Officials say an Edmond High School teacher has been arrested on allegations of misconduct with a juvenile. Authorities say they received a tip about possible misconduct involving 53-year-old Charles David Hebron and a juvenile. According to the police report, the victim's father found inappropriate messages and photos from Hebron on the victim's phone. A Texas man accused of stomping an Oklahoma woman to death is set for a court appearance later this week. 29-year-old Joseph Alanis is accused of killing 27-year-old Brittany Young at an apartment complex near the University of Oklahoma back in April. This is the ONN.
Big O Tires knows this time of year it is incredibly difficult to avoid curves and potholes. If you've been playing bumper cars with curves and potholes, it can throw your alignment off, which messes up your fuel mileage, tire tread, and vehicle handling. Right now at Big O Tires, keep your car weather ready with our winter car care special. Alignment and basic oil change, all for just $99. A huge savings to you. Tire, service, straight talk, and Big O Tires.
Hurry into Huntington Fine Jewelers, the only store in Oklahoma where you can view top designers like Decory, Levian chocolate diamonds, and those amazing dancing diamonds that shimmer and sparkle with every beat of her heart. Visit Huntington Jewelers in Oklahoma City and Shawnee.
Hi, this is Discover Oklahoma's Gino Lawley with this week's Travel Minute, a list of events from around the state. Each year at Magnolia Park in Seminole, the town comes together to put on Snowman Wonderland. This year it runs through December 31st. Join over 200,000 annual visitors at the Rima Christmas lights display and witness over 2 million lights and over 100,000 shimmering bulbs synchronized to Christmas music. This much-loved lights display in Broken Arrow began in 1982 and has been a true January the 1st, 2019. Enjoy lighted displays, colorful exhibits, and animated sets throughout Ponca City at Festival of Angels. This is the city's annual holiday lights celebration. You can celebrate all the way through December the 30th, and Claremore's West Bend Winterland runs through December 31st. This Travel Minute is a public service of this station and the Oklahoma Tourism and Recreation Department. For more information, you can always visit us on the web at travelok.com.
From high above the Northwest Expressway in Oklahoma City, in a flashing object resembling a UFO, it's the Todd Tucker Show on 1640 The Eagle.
Hello, everybody. Todd Tucker here. Telephone number 405-608-4377, 405-608-4377. Phones are lighting up. We've got the Hide Your Kids segment coming up in a few minutes. First of all, let's take a phone call. Good morning. You're on the Todd Tucker Show.
How's it going? I just can't believe the duplicity, which means for people who grew up in Midwest City, a lie, that Chuck Schumer supported the wall back in 2006, but now he doesn't.
Yeah.
What's wrong with Chucky?
I don't know. Hillary Clinton, then senator, supported the wall in 2006. Barack Obama in 2006 supported the wall. Dianne Feinstein, Joe Biden, and Barbara Boxer.
And now
others. There were 54 Senate Democrats.
And you know, for me, it's pretty simple. Why? There's two words why I want to have a wall, and if they had done the right thing back in 2006, then those two words, Bob Berry, probably still be alive today.
Yeah, we brought that up as a matter of fact.
It's just sad that there's that kind of politicization of protecting the borders of the United States of America.
Oh, I totally agree. And it's not, and I'm kind of wondering, you know, we're talking about the southern border, but then you look at the Gulf of Mexico, somebody could just get on a boat and travel up the coast and land anywhere they want to.
Not without being stopped by the Coast Guard.
There you go. See, you don't need a wall there on the coast, but you need one along from Texas all the way across to California. And I understand there's some areas, I guess, that the wall is not that's not passable anyway, so you wouldn't have to have a wall that's just solid across. But where we need a wall, we need to have the wall.
Yep. And if we don't do that soon, we're going to be losing our country.
You know what's interesting to me is. I'm being changed. My doctor's changing some of my medication, and one of the things that I've got to do for my digestive disorder is take a new medication. And so the doctor had to test me for tuberculosis. Well, I haven't been tested for tuberculosis since I was a kid.
Yep, but now things have changed.
But things have changed now because of the fast spreading. In fact, tuberculosis is on the rise in the United States, and that's thanks to our southern border.
And just like everything else, when you have a brand new population bringing in, it's a different strain of tuberculosis.
Right.
So when you've been inoculated for one tuberculosis strain, the differences and changes and mutations may mean that you have to be vaccinated for another strain.
Right, exactly. I mean, and not only, we're not only talking about TB, but we're talking about HIV, we're talking about hepatitis.
Yep.
We're talking about all kinds of, and you know, who handles our food? Why do you think there's an increase in all the E. coli with plants and things like that?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a bad situation, and I find it interesting that people like Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton and Chuck Schumer, they were all for the wall before they were against it.
Flip-flops.
That's exactly what they are.
Yep.
No question.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you. Appreciate the phone call.
You bet. Bye.
Thank you. 405-608-4377. It's been a busy Tuesday here. I told you at the beginning of the show it was going to be a busy day.
It is. We tell everyone we got a new phone line, and people just keep calling.
It's awesome. We love it. Plus, we give out the phone number. That makes people call.
We do give out the phone.
I just took a look outside the window. It's beautiful in Oklahoma City this morning, looking out over Lake Hefner. Yeah, just really nice morning. So hope everybody's having a good one so far. Did you think about it? It's 7 days until Christmas. 7 days.
It is a week.
1 week from today is Christmas. Have you gotten your stuff done yet?
No, I have to. We have to go and get all our things ready. I'm leaving on Saturday.
Where are you going?
I'm driving to Texas, which I don't want to do during Christmas.
You know what they got there in Texas, don't you, boy?
Christmas?
Well, yeah, they got Christmas in Texas. They got Christmas everywhere. It's December 25th.
What else do they have in Texas?
Steers and, yeah, there you go.
LGBTQ?
There you go. Yeah, the Q part.
The Q part.
Mm-hmm. I guess you can say that now because they like to embrace that word.
Well, I don't think you can say it in your context.
No.
I think that's still a no-no.
Probably. No,
Yeah.
but they like it. They want to embrace that word. I think it's an ugly word, actually. But that's what they got in Texas there, boy. So you're going to Texas. Are you going to bring me back some tamales?
No.
Why?
I'm eating them all.
Oh, come on.
Bad by the time we get back.
Come on, bring me some. No, they can't be bad.
Tamales
Freeze
don't
them.
last
If you freeze
forever.
them. Listen.
How am I going to freeze them in my armored or in my refrigerated car that I drive?
My mom used to mail them to me. She put them in an ice chest. You put some dry ice in there, and you ship them.
That's way too much work, and I don't care enough about this.
Okay, I'll give you the ice chest, and I'll give you the dry
I'm
ice.
Still not doing it. Not paying postage for tamales.
You don't have to pay the postage. You bring it back with you. I'll get you the ice chest. I'll get you the dry ice. You bring the tamales back.
I've got a better idea. You can go to the south side where they make tamales and go buy some.
Okay, great.
There you go.
I was told Steph's family made the best in the world.
They do make best in the world, but you have to be part of the family and you have to make the trek down to San Antonio to get them. It's a very exclusive club.
Oh.
We can't just be bringing them back in ice chests because I don't even want to be there. I'm gonna get some flack for that later. That's what we're doing. That's what I'm doing this Christmas.
I hope she's not listening right now because you're dissing on her family.
I am. I'm gonna have to brave I-35 for the tamales.
I don't care.
It's just gonna be so bad. There's gonna be so many people on the road.
I don't care.
We're gonna leave at like midnight.
I hope you have so much traffic that it takes you forever to get there.
I'm gonna be cursing your name all the way there.
Go for it. You're not bringing tamales back. I don't care.
I tell you what. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna pick out 3 tamales just for you. And I'll put them in the freezer. On the last day, I'll take them, and I'm just going to videotape and throw them on the ground. And just be like, well,
that's fine. And I hope you have traffic on the way back,
There's
too.
your tamales. That's
okay,
it.
good.
That's what you
I hope Santa's sleigh breaks down in the middle of I-35, and you have to sit there for a while.
Gas. How could you say that? Santa's sleigh.
Because you're not being very nice.
Yeah, I'm not the nice one.
All right, Hide Your Kids coming up next. It's almost 9:15 here on the Eagle, the Todd Tucker Show. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute?
Oh, I thought somebody commented, and they did. I was just looking. Frank just commented.
We will be right back on the Todd Tucker Show.
Yeah, on 1640 The Eagle.
Oh.
There's so several accidents this morning. First one's on Pennsylvania Avenue at Northwest 113th Street, Hefner Road East on MacArthur Boulevard, I-44 eastbound north of Northwest 20.
GC 1700 series tractors. They handle tough chores around the home, estate, or landscaping with ease. A variety of attachments lets you tackle any project, from loading and digging to mowing and snowblowing. And with the roomiest operator platform in its class, you'll do it all in a cab that's built for optimum comfort and functionality. Visit us at Livingston Machinery in Chickasha and Fairview for the service you've come to expect 24/7.
Hey friends, if you're going out on a road trip and you're anywhere near Enid, you need to go to Garfield Furniture in downtown Enid. Garfield has a great selection of name brand furniture, like Ashley, Lazy Boy, at everyday low prices. You'll be surprised at what you can take home in your vehicle. Everyday low prices and open every day but Sunday. Shop Garfield Furniture in downtown Enid at the corner of Main and Grand. Get your friends and head on over to Garfield Furniture located in downtown Enid.
'Twas a night in Okarchi, and all through the town, no one was fussing or wearing a frown. Nightmares weren't dancing in anyone's head, for the buying at Carter is not something to dread. Instead, they're your friends. It's really quite nice. And the Chevys are sold at a very nice price, like Corvettes and Impalas and even a cruise. Silverados and Tahoes and a few Malibus. Wearing shorts and some beards, they're a jolly old crew. They'll treat you quite fair, make it easy for you. There's chicken from Ishans, Oklahoma's first bar. For making friends is important, more so than buying a car. So this holiday, think Carter. Don't have a fright. Merry Christmas to y'all, and to y'all, a good night. Merry Christmas from your friends at Carter Chevrolet in Okarchi, making friends and selling cars in that order. Chevrolet, find new roads.
There's always a moment of truth where I say, look, it's either put up or shut up. And it was time to put up. I had crossed that thin line. It was 100 plus degrees. We were hot. We were on fire. We were yelling our hearts out. You could feel the intensity was rising. Even in our tiredness, even in our weakness, even in our pain, we continued to push. I told myself, you can suffer up to pain for another mile and a half, and you will be a Marine. Not many people believe that I could do it. I don't know where I got the energy from. I don't know where the pain went to. But all I know is that I had what it took. I am a United States Marine.
DFC Daryl Willis serves his country as a Marine. Will you? Visit Marines.com or call 1-800-MARINES. With you, the proud Marines.
Welcome back. It's Todd Tucker. Telephone number 405-608-4377, 405-608-4377. Frosty is with me. What are we going to talk about, Frost?
I'm not going to lie. I could not find any good stories for the Hydra Kids.
I got something.
I will say one story that I myself have right now. So while I was looking for this, I did a Google search real quick on my regular topic of I just looked up sex robots, which was not the smartest thing to do, and I got like all sorts of questionable links that I did not want to see. So I might get in trouble on this computer later by the internet company or somebody for Googling sex robots without like safe search on them. There was not good things in there.
Not good, man.
The only other thing I learned is they were trying to open up a robot brothel in Houston and they couldn't. Dang, Texans. How dare they? I don't even want to go there.
And look at you, you're going down there.
I don't even want to go there.
You're going down there.
Blah. Texas. Blah. Anyway, who did you have? Also, I hope your kids aren't in the room right now. This is the Hide Your Kids segment of the Todd Tucker Show.
Frequent sexual activity leads to greater enjoyment for men, but not for women.
I feel like that's a lie.
That's according to a new study. For women, frequent kissing, petting, fondling, and feeling emotionally close to their partner was associated with higher enjoyment of life. In a study of almost 7,000 people ages 50 to 89 in England, boy, they're going after the senior citizens.
Those are some oldies.
I can't do an English accent. If I could, I would.
Boy.
Researchers correlated self-reported sexual activity in the past year with greater enjoyment of life for men and women.
So it's all good whenever you're old and getting it on.
Right. Frequent sexual activity was defined by the study's authors as having sex more than twice per month.
Oh, man, that is... I mean, if you're like 65, that's pretty frequent. That's a workout,
I don't know,
right?
man. When I'm 65 years old, I plan to still be going strong.
I don't know, man. You're going to have a fake heart, a replaced hip. You can only do so much.
Nah. As long as you got the important stuff, it really doesn't matter whether the knee's fake or not.
Todd, you can only do it so long on a pacemaker.
The data was obtained from the English longitudinal study of aging.
Okay.
An ongoing long-term study of the English population above 50. The researchers examined sexual activity as a modifiable target in overall well-being, which has been correlated with positive health outcomes. Dr. Lee Smith, who's a reader in exercise medicine at Angelia Ruskin University, said, previous research has suggested that frequent sexual intercourse is associated with a range of benefits for psychological and physiological well-being, such as improved quality of life and mental health and lower risk of certain cancers and fatal coronary events. What you should do is tell staff, listen, if you don't want me to get cancer, we need to have some alone time. Although the women in this study didn't report higher enjoyment of life, I think they find men as being kind of a necessary evil.
Yeah, most people have called me that, a necessary evil. I hear that's like that's pillow talk.
Right, exactly. You're a necessary evil.
I hate you so much, but I just need you here right now.
Previous studies in older women have associated sexual pleasure and specifically, the achievement of what they're looking for with increased longevity.
Okay, all right. Glad you're still kicking it, like in your 60s. That's a good thing.
But English adults seem to decrease their sexual activity substantially with age. In a 2016 study, 94% of adults in their 50s reported being sexually active, which progressively declined to 31% in adults over 80. A lot of that maybe have to do with the fact that their partner has passed away at some point when they reach 80.
that might be a real issue.
I mean, grandma doesn't usually go out and find another grandpa when she's 80 years old and she loses her husband.
Right. Side note, I have been watching some British television lately, like stuff from the BBC where they were talking about like the PM and all that stuff that was going on last week.
Right.
Britons are ugly people. Have you ever noticed that? People from Britain are just ugly.
I haven't noticed that.
In general, they're unattractive people. If you're from Britain, I'm sorry, your people are unattractive.
I have not noticed that.
Everyone on TV has bad teeth. They're all crooked in 7 different ways, so it's not a myth. And they're ugh.
Maybe that's why they don't have a lot of sex after 80.
I was going to say, maybe that's it. They just can't stand to look at each other anymore.
By the way, similar trends have been observed in American adults as well.
Yeah, but we're hot, so...
Yeah, but we are European. Most of us have European in us.
Well, why do you think we left Europe, Todd? We got away from the UGA.
Like, my last name, I believe, is either Scottish or British. So you may be talking about my people being other.
My real last name is very British.
Yeah, it is pretty. Yeah.
My real last name is very, very British.
Yeah.
I don't care. Britons are ugly people. I will be the first person to say that. Everything I've seen on TV, like regular TV of Britain, not like their whatever highly produced whatevers, they are just ugly people. I'm saying it now. My controversial opinion is that Brits are kind of ugly.
I'm not going to claim.
We seceded from them to start our own little group of pretty people. Got away from the Uggos, made pretty people. That's what happened.
But if it weren't for the Uggos, we wouldn't be here.
True, but if the Uggos were just a little bit prettier, maybe we wouldn't have to go nowhere.
Princess Diana was pretty.
Yeah, but that's like the Queen's.
But have you seen what Prince Charles is married to now?
An American, right?
No, I don't know. No, she's not American, but she's very not attractive.
Who Prince Charles is married to? Who is like the actress that married there? Also, this is the part of our show where we talk about British politics. Who is the prince that married like the American actress? That happened just a little while back.
Prince Harry?
Maybe it was Prince Harry.
Maybe in Prince Harry. Prince Harry is Charles. Prince Harry and Prince William are both Charles and Diana's sons.
I have no idea.
The Queen Mother's not really attractive, is she?
Oh no. These guys are not great. Damn, I'm looking up Prince Charles' wife. Charles is a very old man, for one. Prince Charles.
He's waiting for his mother to die so he can be the king, but she may outlive him.
I was going to say, she'll outlive us all. That woman's never...
She's like 250 years old.
Never going to die. His wife is okay. She's just old. I mean, they're both old. They look like a happy...
Does she look like Princess Diana to you? She doesn't to me. Nowhere close.
Look, we've all made pretty kids. Princess Diana was like, that was different. She was just pretty.
That was what they call the storybook romance. I don't understand why the American people are so obsessed over the British anyway. I mean, we're so obsessed over the royal family.
Because they're strange. Britons are just strange.
But we are obsessed over what, I mean, like the royal, there are people, like in England, of course, it's the middle of the night there, and people are always, they'll stay up all night here in America, or it's when it's daytime there, it's middle of the night here. People stayed up all night to watch that freaking wedding with Prince Harry and his wife. Who cares?
How often do you get to see, like, the prince get married? Even if it's in another country?
It's not my prince. I don't care. Why would I care? Yeah, my prince.
I didn't vote for him.
If I cared about the royal family, then I wouldn't be in America.
Well, that's like the thing. It's like this fun, like, you know, they're almost like us. They're just a little strange on some things, but they speak the same language.
They drive on the wrong side of the road. They have steering wheels on the wrong side of the car.
They're almost normal over there, so
they call elevators lifts. They call, you know, trunks a boot.
What would it be like if we had a president that got married while in office? What do you think that would be like?
I don't think it would have near the fact.
You don't think that if we had an elected president, and let's say it was Barack Obama, or let's say President Trump. Let's say President Trump came into office, he was totally single. He wasn't married to Melania.
Okay, so he and Melania are about to get married, with Melania being as beautiful as she is.
Sure, she can look the same as she is. But they get married like 5 years into the Trump the Trump presidency, or like we go back to Barack Obama or George W. Bush. 5 years in, like beginning of their second term.
John Kennedy and Jackie.
Right, beginning of their second term. They're going to get married while they're president. Would that not be like the cool, like the country would blow up. Everyone would be like commentating, they'd be watching it.
Their popularity would soar.
I'm telling you, dude, it's the same thing, but in Britain with like, royalty.
Let's see, we're talking about our president. I don't care about the royal family. I'm glad we didn't stay with Britain. I'm glad we came over here and fought the Revolutionary War. And you know, America's not a monarchy. That's why we're here. So why are we so obsessed with the monarchy when we fought to get away from it?
Well, Britain technically isn't a monarchy. Like, they have a parliament, and they make decisions that way, and they have, like, a prime minister and stuff. I don't think the royal family has any real power
they
used to. They're
don't,
just figureheads.
But
they just take tax dollars, and they're royal blood.
But, I mean, Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip have got to be 250 years old.
They live good. They live like kings, Todd.
I guess tea and crumpets every day at 3 o'clock. The 3 o'clock tea must be the guide to living to be very, 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 very old.
The British will outlive us all. But I'm telling you, the whole reason America seceded from Britain is because they're full of uggos. That's the whole point I wanted to make you. Britain's full of ugly people. I'm sorry.
Your point is well taken.
I'm sorry. Sorry, British. You're unattractive.
Well, apparently they don't like lovemaking very much either.
No,
or at least the women don't.
And that's been the Todd Tucker Show. Hide Your Kids segment.
Yeah, there you go. The Hide Your Kids segment right here. Woo!
We just go off on a complete tangent for 10 minutes.
All right. Way to go.
We're living the dream.
How much time we got till the break?
Oh, we got a minute. You want to start phasing out?
Yeah, bring some music up and let's get ready for the break. We're back after this, the final 30 minutes of day number 2 for this week. 1 week until Christmas. Have you gotten your stuff done yet? Anything at all? Or are you like me and you wait till the last minute?
I've got to go buy our gift for the office Christmas, but that's about it.
Are we supposed to have a gift?
Oh, yeah, you have a note under your desk of who you have to buy a gift for. I forgot to tell you that yesterday.
Oh.
We did that at the 3rd annual 4th Floor Potluck.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yep, you need to keep track of these things, Todd.
Okay, well, now I know. Thank you. I just found out on the air. We're back right after this. The Todd Tucker Show on the Eagle.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. Even as a partial government shutdown edges closer and closer, the White House is digging in on its demands for wanting to build a southern border wall. The president is demanding that Congress earmark $5 billion to get the project well underway. And short of that, he says he's willing to stand his ground to the point it could lead to a partial government shutdown at midnight Friday if Democrats will not cooperate. The State Department's Kyron Skinner says the U.S. has been keeping its eye on the Brexit negotiations in Britain and in Europe as well. They're trying to stay out of it, but they do believe there's a disconnect shaping up between elite European Union leaders and the European people. They call the Brexit democratic impulse, which has turned up. They say it should be heeded by European Union leadership. U.S. developers broke ground on more homes last month, but all the increase was in apartment buildings. New single-family construction was down. This is SRN News.
What happened? You used to go hours without visiting the bathroom. Now it seems like you're constantly getting up to go, and you're even getting up at night to go. This is not okay. Listen, the makers of Super Beta Prostate, the #1 prostate formula, are introducing a new wonder pill, Super Beta Prostate P3 Advanced, with 3 key ingredients that are great for your prostate. It's like taking 3 prostate supplements in one. P3 Advanced has already taken Walmart by storm, but you can try a 30-day supply by calling toll-free. Call 1-800-458-7294. Early research suggests that an ingredient in P3 Advanced may help support a normal prostate size. Combine that with a reduction in bathroom trips, and you have a formula you'd be crazy not to try. If you're ready to cut down on bathroom trips, get your 30-day supply of P3 Advanced. Call 1-800-458-7294. 1-800-458-7294. 1-800-458-7294.
Merry Christmas from Cops Gun Shop. We are pleased to announce the return of the AR-15 pistol build kit for $450, just in time for Christmas. This kit includes everything you need to build your own AR-15 pistol in the comfort of your own home using quality American-made parts. We've got other great specials on everyday carry pistols too. So come by and see us, Cops Gun Shop, 416 Hudeberg Circle, or on the web at copsgunshop.net. Cops Gun Shop. Live safe, live smart, and the only thing that stops a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun.
Maynard Ford here. Summer is gone, fall is here, and our entire inventory is priced to sell. The 2018 Super Duty 4x4 Crew Cab Diesel starting at $47,995 plus DOC with Ford credit. Also, the new 2018 Escape S, $3,500 off MSRP and 0% financing for 72 months with approved credit. And as always, free Ishin's Chicken with any test drive. Located just 10.2 miles outside of Oklahoma City, straight up Northwest Expressway. MaynardFord.com, spelled just like the state of Maine with an R on the end.
Darren Miller, CDL University. Hey, are you interested in a wonderful career change and getting into the logistics industry? There's lots of money to be made. In depth with CDL University, Saturday mornings at 8 on AM 1640, The Eagle.
They'll challenge your authority. They'll try to break your will. They'll push you to the edge of your sanity. Because that's what kids do. But this car is your territory, not theirs. Defend it. Who makes the payments? Who cleans it? Who drives it? You do. That's who. And in here, your word is law. So when you say you won't move until everyone's buckled up, you won't budge an inch. Until you hear that click. Never give up until they buckle up. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council. For more information, visit safercar.gov/kidsbuckleup.
We all experience difficulties in life.
Military veterans know that sometimes it takes strength and determination to make it through.
Whether it's obvious physical challenges or struggles on the inside, it takes strength to ask for help when you need it.
I knew that I had to get support. Not just for me, but for the sake of my wife and kids.
Talking about it has helped me feel more like myself again.
Honestly, it was hard to open up at first, but it's changed my life for the better.
Learn how veterans like us have reached out for help. And hear stories of strength and recovery at MakeTheConnection.net.
The Todd Tucker Show is on. About to wrap number 4. Put number 4 in the can, man. Number 4 in the can, man. Can, man. 1 week until Christmas and all through the house. Go on. Not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse.
Oh, man. So freaking to say nursery rhymes from 1,000 years ago. Man, exciting.
All right, the government about to shut down. It's going to happen. The House is not going to give the president his wall. and the president is not going to give the Congress what they want. The American people voted for the wall, so the American people basically have voted for a government shutdown. Not consciously, but we're willing to do whatever it takes to get this wall built. Here's President Trump speaking on the shutdown of the government.
So we want strong borders. We want people coming into our country legally through a process. We want people that are going to love and help our country. And I don't think they feel the same way. Or maybe they just don't want us to get a vote. You know, it could be that too, because it's hard to believe that they don't want some form of protection. And with that, I have to say, I thought it was a very good meeting. When you left, when the press left, we had a fairly long meeting and we really discussed a lot of great subjects. You know what? I could have debated Chuck Schumer for a long period of time because he was saying, it's your idea. And then finally I said, I don't mind. I don't know. What do you think? What do you guys think? I don't mind having the issue of border security on my side. If we have to close down the country over border security, I actually like that in terms of an issue, but I don't want it to be an issue. I want it to be something that the country needs. It's not really an issue. It's something the country needs. It's common sense. The country needs it. We need protection. We need border security. And part of border security is a wall. So I don't mind owning that issue. I mean, Chuck's problem is that, you know, when we last closed down, that was his idea. And honestly, he got killed. And so he doesn't want to own it. And I said, you know what? Rather than us debating who's owning it, I'll take it. I'll take it. If we close down the country, I will take it because we're closing it down for border security. And I think I win that every single time.
The President of the United States owning it. You know, he's not going to let Congress be the fall person. He's going to take it himself and say, listen, the American people wanted a border wall. I want a border wall. And so if the government shuts down, I'll take the responsibility. And backed by popular demand, we played it earlier, the illegal immigrant song. This is kind of a take on the Led Zeppelin song, the immigrant song from the early 70s. Let's go ahead and start rolling it, Frosty. The illegal immigrant song by the Todd Tucker Players.
On our southern border, and I will have Mexico The wall just got 10 feet taller.
Build that wall! The Todd Tucker Players, everybody! Woo! Huzzah! The illegal immigrant song. On the Todd Tucker Show. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
You didn't make it.
I know I didn't make it. The Todd Tucker Players made it. You're right. I'm not talented enough to make a song like that. I just can write a song like that. I don't know how to perform one.
That's it. That's it. You're the backbone of this establishment.
I'm not as good as our friend Larry Stein at writing songs, though.
No, I was getting text messages from his gal pal, and he was just sitting down the other night making Christmas parodies. I'm like, nice. That's just what he does. He does that in his spare time.
He's the keen conductor of the Todd Tucker Players, ladies and gentlemen. Just thought I'd let you know.
Keen conductor.
The key conductor.
Also known as the band leader.
The band leader. Italian chef extraordinaire.
There you go. Yeah, that's it. That's it. He can be Italian.
He makes some good Italian food, I'll tell you that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna do with our last couple of segments here for the 9 o'clock hour. It's been a fun Tuesday.
Let's talk about Baker Mayfield here for a second.
You want to talk about Baker Mayweather Field?
Yeah, Baker Mayweather Field. Frosty's favorite sport. By the way, Frosty informed me that the Thunder beat the snot out of the Bulls last night.
The Thunder beat the Bulls like 121-96. I'm like, wow, we spanked them.
Can you believe that Frosty knows the sports ball score?
To be fair, it was on the little rotating board on
Fox 25. Yeah, I understand that. But still, you still were like, oh, the Thunder won last night.
Yeah, I was like, oh, hey, we beat them by a lot.
We did beat them by a lot. Those aren't Michael Jordan's Bulls anymore, that's for sure. You know, I grew up in a time where we idolized Michael Jordan. That dude was like just absolutely amazing.
He did a lot of cool things.
That's why I still wear his shoes. He's just an amazing, one of the best, probably the best basketball player ever. Arguably, the best basketball player ever.
I'm sure people would argue with you about
There's some
that.
people that they can
LeBron,
argue if they want to.
Kobe.
No, none of them can touch Michael Jordan.
KD.
No, can't touch Michael Jordan.
Steph Curry.
KD. Michael Jordan didn't get injured like KD does. KD stubs his toe and he's out.
Michael Jordan also knows that we landed on the moon.
Yeah, exactly. Not like Steph Curry.
Yeah, Curry doesn't. He doesn't know.
Steph Curry plays for that loser team. Who else plays for it? Kevin Durant. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Traitor.
Man, that was such a crap. I missed that time. There was so much drama in like just the state. People were outside burning jerseys. They had to shut down a whole restaurant.
Well, the whole thing before it was like, is Kevin Durant gonna stay? Is Kevin Durant gonna go? I was at the point go already, okay? I mean, you ain't all that.
And then he went.
Yeah, bye. The Thunder will survive without you. I think the biggest mistake was getting rid of Harden, frankly.
I miss Harden. Fear the Beard was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was the only time I was ever, like, halfway into basketball was when everybody was doing Fear the Beard. Why did we lose Harden?
At that point, Sam Presti should have been fired.
That was, like, the thing. You guys used to argue about basketball constantly, and you all said that it was bad coaching. That's why we lost Harden.
It was bad coaching. It was bad coaching in the fact that the Thunder has never really played well as a team. Westbrook's an individual. Durant was an individual. Harden was an individual. When they come together, they don't play together as a team very well. And it's not an individual sport. It's just like this show. It takes a team to make a show go off. It makes a team to win a basketball game or a football game or any other sports game.
Yeah, even when one of us does like 90% of the work and the other one just shows up for radio station stuff.
Right. Some of us get here at 4 o'clock in the morning, and some of us walk in at 1 minute till 6.
Hang on. I was here at 5:56 this morning.
Okay, so some of us get here at 4. Some of us get here at like 4:15, 4:30, and some of us get here at 5:56 when the show starts at 6.
I just want you to know I had well over 4 minutes when I got here.
So back to Baker. Last year, of course, he wins the Heisman Trophy. Baker was the quarterback who would not be told no. Played for the university, actually wanted to play for the University of Oklahoma throughout his entire high school career. An amazing high school football player. Ends up at Texas Tech. Ends up getting kind of screwed by Texas Tech. Comes to OU, was a walk-on. Becomes a hero. Takes us, we win Big 12 championships with Baker Mayfield. We go to the college football playoffs with Baker Mayfield. And last year, Baker Mayfield brought home the trophy, the Heisman Trophy. Fast forward to this year, Kyler Murray wins the Heisman Trophy. The first time since 1945 and 46 that two different individuals from the same school won Heisman trophies back-to-back years. So we've got 7 statues. They still haven't put Baker's statue up in Heisman Park yet. So they might as well go ahead and make Kyler's while they're at it and put both of them up pretty close at the same time.
I figure they will. They'll just throw them both up.
But that'll be 7, which ties Notre Dame and Ohio State for the most Heisman trophies in the country.
Oh, look at that. We matter. Yay.
But anyway, so Baker goes on to Cleveland, and he's a backup quarterback. Goes in the first round. Cleveland Browns, they couldn't beat Pee Wee Middle School.
I don't even do football, period, or any sports balls generally. I don't even do football, and I knew that the Cleveland Browns were not good.
Mm-hmm. Well, first of all, their jerseys are ugly. Who wants to wear brown?
They're the Cleveland Browns.
I understand. I don't know what that means. I'm sure it has some kind of meaning if you're in Cleveland, but I don't know what the Cleveland Browns means. But anyway, so everybody at OU games this year, not everybody, but I mean, there are kids all over the stadium, including my youngest, Christopher, who's wearing a Baker Mayfield number 6 Cleveland Browns jersey to OU games.
Nice.
So Baker Mayfield, of course, is a hero in Oklahoma, and people in Oklahoma have been following the Cleveland Browns. We get Cleveland Browns. In fact, they've shown a lot of Cleveland Browns games on Oklahoma City television just because Baker's there.
Right, because then people care enough to watch.
Right. He was a backup. The quarterback gets injured, and oh, wait, all of a sudden, Baker Mayfield, the guy that they said was too small for college and too small for the pros, goes out there and leads Cleveland to their first victory in I don't know how many games.
It's been a minute.
So in Cleveland, Baker Mayfield is a hero. And so these kids in Cleveland, Ohio, decided to write this song about Baker Mayfield. And I figured that because it's relevant to Cleveland, it's relevant to us because we follow the Cleveland Browns because we follow Baker Mayfield.
This is our day to just play any music that we have.
So let's go ahead and play the Baker song on the Todd Tucker Show. Oh, that's not
that's
the
the
Baker
wrong
song.
one. Hang on, I had it pulled up. What am I doing with my life right
Wait
now?
a minute. That's not the Baker song.
That's not the one at all.
No.
That's the old one we've been playing all day. Here we go. Get this going here.
Okay.
Maybe I should get here earlier than 6.
Maybe,
than 5:56.
maybe you should. And the winner is...
Peyton and Brady and Newton and Brees, Rodgers and Watson and Dalton and Wilson. What do you recall? The most famous quarterback of all. Saker, the touchdown maker, had a very mighty throw. And if you ever saw him, then there is no doubt you know. All of the other ball clubs used to laugh and call us names, 'cause we never had a quarterback who played a decent football game. Then one Thursday evening sack, Tyrod took a hit, but Baker with his right arm might gave the Browns a win that night. Then how the players loved him as they shouted out with glee, Baker, 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 the touchdown maker. You'll go down in history. You'll go down in history. Go Browns!
And Boomer Sooner!
There you go. Let's take a break.
All right, we're going to take a break. The Todd Tucker Show is on. Last phone call. Your chance to get through 405-608-4377. We're back in a flash on 1640, the Rock and Roll Eagle, KZLS.
There are several accidents this morning. First one's on Pennsylvania Avenue at Northwest 113th Street, Hefner Road East on MacArthur Boulevard, I-44 eastbound north of Northwest 23rd, with stop-and-go traffic backed up to Airport Road, MacArthur Boulevard north at Airport Road, and there's a work investigation on Douglas Avenue south at Southwest 29. Buckle up and drive safe. That's your right now traffic. I'm Rica Suave.
Oklahoma City's favorite Mahindra dealership here, Maynard Tractor Company, featuring Mahindra's full line of tractors and utility side-by-sides. From the 20 horsepower all the way to the 125 horsepower, Mahindra and Maynard Tractor Company have the perfect tractor for your project. Maynard Tractor Company is here to offer our 1533 shuttle package, which includes our 34 horsepower utility tractor with a loader, 5-foot rotary cutter, 5-foot box blade, and a 20-foot pipe rail trailer to haul it all away, all for only $22,799. With the industry's highest customer loyalty rating at 98%, being the world's #1 selling tractor with an industry best warranty and no regen, means the tractor stops when you stop. Professional grade Mahindra tractors are designed for heavy duty applications, giving you the ability to push more, pull more, and lift more. Located 10 miles outside of OKC, straight up Northwest Expressway. And as always, free Ishins chicken with any tractor or utility side-by-side demo. Check us out online at MaynardTractor.com. You'll see all of our package options to make sure you get the best value for your money. And remember, MaynardTractor.com, spelled just like the state of Maine with an R on the end.
When you buy a new Ford F-Series truck during our holiday sales event, you're not just buying a truck. You're sending a message to the world that says, yeah, I can help. Because now you're the friend with the Ford truck. You'll move co-workers, haul lumber, and build everything from tree houses to Serenity sheds. Now you're the one everyone counts on. You wouldn't have it any other way. Ford F-Series, built for the holidays. Built Ford proud.
And now, for a limited time, you can bring home a new F-150 with 0% financing for 72 months, only at your Ford dealer. Not all buyers will qualify for Ford credit financing. 72 months at $13.89 per month per $1,000 finance, regardless of down payment, is available on 18 model year F-150, excludes Raptor. For all offers, take new retail delivery from an authorized Ford dealer stock by 1/2/19. See dealer or go to buyfordnow.com for qualifications and complete details.
Hi, this is Discover Oklahoma's Dean O'Lally with this week's Travel Minute, a list of events from around the state. Each year at Magnolia Park in Seminole, the town comes together to put on Snowman Wonderland. This year it runs through December 31st. Join over 200,000 annual visitors at the Rima Christmas lights display and witness over 2 million lights and over 100,000 shimmering bulbs synchronized to Christmas music. This much-loved lights display in Broken Arrow began in 1982 and has been attracting households of visitors ever since. And you can see the Rima Christmas lights through January the 1st, 2019. Enjoy lighted displays, colorful exhibits, and animated sets throughout Ponca City at Festival of Angels. This is the city's annual holiday lights celebration. You can celebrate all the way through December the 30th, and Claremore's West Bend Winterland runs through December 31st. This Travel Minute is a public service of this station and the Oklahoma Tourism and Recreation Department. For more information, you can always visit us on the web at travelok.com.
NHL star Matt Martin for American Humane.
I've had my fair share of bruises and injuries. But for many who put their lives on the line every day, it's not always the injuries you can see that hurt the most. Every single day, 184 veterans are diagnosed with post-traumatic stress. When medications and therapy don't help, professionally trained service dogs can. American Humane has created a free guide to help veterans obtain these life-saving animals. For help, please go to AmericanHumane.org.
Back, the Todd Tucker Show, 405-608-4377 on the Rock and Roll Eagle, KZLS. Glad you are with us. Oh, Frosty the Snowflake is here doing his best to impersonate an eagle.
Oh! Todd, I want to read you the last 3 voicemails I've got.
Okay.
I have visual voicemail.
Okay.
First one. We can make it hassle-free to sign up and we have pre-approvals ready. Is my first voicemail.
Uh-huh.
Now you can get great insurance policy at the price you can afford is second voicemail.
Uh-huh.
Now you can get great insurance policy at the price you can afford is third voicemail. And then now you can get great insurance policy at price you can afford is the 4th email. All from different spoof numbers all across the country, and it makes me really angry.
You know, that is something that's a big problem. And I have myself on the do not call list.
And it's these robots. These dang robots.
And they don't pay attention. The do not call.gov is a waste now because we've got people from other countries that are spoofing numbers to try to sell you something
right,
that you don't need.
There's no point in doing anything to block yourself. They're just automated calls, and if you answer it and say yes or anything, they connect you to some guy in India who's trying to sell you a scam.
Never ever try to get an insurance quote online or they're going to bug you for the rest of your life. Never purchase health insurance online or they're going to bug you for the rest of your life. Never ever do those things because they will bug you for the rest of your life.
Well, the thing that annoys me, it's not even about it's not even about people marketing to my number. It's the fact that if you fill it out online for the government website, the government will take that number and give it to whoever wants it on some giant online network, and then they just never stop calling.
They never stop.
Never stop calling.
That's why I have spam blocker.
Yeah, but that catches innocents all the time.
Well, it may, but that's just kind of the way it is.
Yeah, your robo-killer catches innocent people all the time.
It may, but it's still something that people that know me know that I have robo-killer, and so it takes care of it. But I get tired of these phone calls. And they'll call and go, hello, I'd like to speak with Todd Tucker. Okay, you're speaking with him. Hello, we want to talk to you about your car insurance, okay? We want to talk to you about such and such. Okay, well, I don't have such and such. I've got such and so. Oh. Well, but we can give you a better rate at, I'm not interested. Then they just hang up on you.
Yeah, they don't
The line
care.
goes dead. They don't say thank you. They don't say,
no,
okay, great.
And then they'll call again an hour later.
They'll call again and they'll have a different so-and-so that they want to try to sell you.
It's just I can't stand it. Because the annoying thing about it is it used to be you could just block people.
Oops.
Even if it's you owe money to some debtor or
Sorry, I burned the oatmeal.
Or something. You just block them. Build it later. It'll come up on your credit and you're done. Now they spoof every freaking number under the sun, and you can't get anything done. And
People,
so they just call you.
people can
constantly.
spoof your number too, so they can take your phone number and they can call somebody from your phone number, and so that somebody thinks you're the one that called them when in fact you never called them in the first place.
Were you here that morning? I actually got a phone call when we were on a break from M. Pence.
Yeah.
And it was from D.C.
Yeah.
There's a D.C. area
Yeah.
code from M. Pence, and I'm like, what
The
the
Vice
heck?
President of the United States called Frosty.
And it's just like, I can't not answer that just because it's just such a good story. And I open it up and it's just like, hey, we'd like to sell you some insurance. I'm like, no!
Sorry.
Vice President Pence, why? Why are you selling me insurance?
Vice President Pence is selling insurance on the side.
He's getting me something. He's getting some kickbacks in these
He's
guys.
a heartbeat away from the presidency and selling car insurance. It's not bad.
Where's the government watchdog on this? But no, I can't stand it. I want to start with that. I cannot stand these spoof phone callers.
Yeah, they drive me crazy. They drive everybody crazy.
We need to get one of them to call. We need to put like our station phone on that list and just start putting them up.
I've changed my numbers so many times that I'm at the point that I'm not going to change it anymore. I basically put Robo-Killer on there, and if it gets some innocents every now and then, it gets them. But I'm just not going to deal with it.
Todd, think about the children. Think about the children you're robo-killing.
I'm not worried about it.
Innocent robots, Todd.
I'm not gonna. They're not innocent, and they're not robots either, because there are people on the other line that will hang up on you as soon as you tell them you're not interested. In fact, I've even had them call me and they'll say, hello, we want to sell you, I'm just going to throw out there, Acme Insurance. Okay, well, I've already got Acme Insurance. And then they hang up on you.
Like, all right.
I'm already a customer of yours.
No need to finish this conversation.
Or on a cell phone, it goes beep, beep, beep. And they're gone. Beep, beep.
Yeah, I gotcha. I've got some sad news then.
What?
This is going to be very depressing.
Okay.
Sorry for anybody listening. It's very sad.
Okay.
New Jersey police have issued a statement saying that anybody who got free money from that armored car that was spilling it out on the highway needs to give it back, no questions asked. And they need to give back all the money they took off the highway that they crashed to go and grab.
Oh, and how many people do you suppose are going to do that?
Yeah, I'm not sure there's going to be many. Police in New Jersey on Thursday urged people who grabbed banknotes that spilled out of the back of the armored truck during rush hour traffic to return the cash, no questions asked. Videos posted on social media shows, and it was a Brinks truck, which Brinks are around here too. They do a lot of stuff for people out here. We've had several individuals contact the ERPD and return money, police said in a tweet. We would like to advise people that if they have any money connected to this incident, to contact us and to make arrangements for its return with help. How is it our fault? How is it our fault that the truck is spilling money out and people are out grabbing it?
It's not our fault.
How does that become my fault?
It's not our fault.
How do I get criminal charges for that?
I don't think I could keep the money, though. I don't think I could keep the money.
I would keep the money. I'll put it under my bed. I'll invest it. I don't care. I'm keeping the money. It's a Brinks truck. It's their fault. Capitalism. That's not. You take the word capitalism. Are you kidding? Absolutely.
Don't you have a conscience?
No, that's insured. It's a victimless crime. I'm sorry, Brinks is so incompetent that they let money spill out over the freeway. That's their one job. Don't let money spill out over the freeway. Yes, it's mine now. Welcome to America.
So you say there are people that have given the money back?
Yes, apparently. They were just stricken with guilt. Losers.
See, that would be me. I'd be the loser.
And that's why I would still be hanging around with my, like $1,200 in unmarked bills because I only grabbed 12 of them in that mob. It'd be different if I got like 10 grand. Like I'd give back half of my 10 grand.
You give back 5 grand and okay.
Right. If I felt like I had too many to deposit safely, then yeah, I'm gonna give it back. I don't need the feds up in me. I know how much money I can deposit without getting caught by the feds. I worked at a bank for a long time.
Okay, notice if the feds are listening right now to this show, I am Tom Turner, and I will not keep the money or give it back.
My name is Joe Friday. I have been on the air for many, many years. You can find me at Hank FM if you have any questions.
All right, okay. We'll see you back tomorrow. God bless you. God bless America. God bless Oklahoma. And remember, the heart of the wise inclines to the right, the heart of the fool to the left. Ecclesiastes 10:2. We'll see you back tomorrow, 6 a.m.
And we love you.
Yep. Today I think I got 2 service calls, plus I gotta make a stop downtown. But I should be done by around 3. I'm gonna reset the front storm door. It's not latching right. I'll probably do that later this afternoon.